Hello everyone, it's Mary with Mary Moves. I've got a new recipe for you today. This is the applesauce muffin recipe from Brittany Mullins at Eating Bird Food. I am obsessed with her website and everything she does. You've got to check it out. So getting right into it, you're going to preheat the oven to 350 and then you're going to get your muffin tin that you will line with some paper liners. I had the perfect amount left. Then you need to get out a couple of mixing bowls. This was the start of my comedy of errors here with this particular recipe. I could not get these dang bowls apart. Enjoy the chaos. So the first dry ingredient in these muffins is actually oat flour, and reading over things, she has a lot of recipes on her website that call for oat flour, but I think this is the first one that I've ever tried. I think that this was the secret with the texture of these. They just came out dense, but in still kind of a fluffy, cakey kind of a way, and it was just really pleasant to eat. So I think I'm going to be trying this again. Next we have the oats. This calls for rolled oats, but I only had the quick oats. It worked out just fine. Then we have the baking powder. Couldn't find my measuring spoon. Of course, got it. And the baking soda. Couldn't find it again. Then we have the cinnamon. I think next time I might add in a little bit of nutmeg as well. And finally we have some salt. Mix, mix, mix. Now in the other bowl, you can go ahead with the wet ingredients, 2 eggs first. And then I just use these 2 mini cups of applesauce to get where I need it to be. Then we have the coconut oil. I use my trick to do the oil first before you do the maple syrup so that it slides right out. I did not account for the fact that I have this ratchet glass measuring container that came from a store that will go unnamed, but the lines and labels on the outside have almost completely faded off, so I cannot tell what I'm doing here. I'm just sort of going for it. Then we're going to add in the almond milk and the vanilla extract. Grab your whisk and get that all together. Once that's mixed, you can go ahead and with the dry. I like to do it this way. This recipe specifies not to overmix, so this is a really good way to ensure that you get everything incorporated, but you don't overmix. Then I did decide to add in some walnut chips. This is a half a cup in this bag, I believe. If you have fat loss goals, you just need to kind of be aware of how much you're putting in there and the impact that the fat macro will have. Just something to be aware of if you decide to go that route. And we're going to go ahead and get the batter into the muffin tin. The recipe suggests adding a couple of rolled oats on top of the muffins. I decided not to do that because I didn't have the rolled oats. I had the quick, but I did just do a sprinkle of cinnamon on top and they look great. So I went ahead and put these in the oven for 20 minutes. I ended up checking them and then putting them back in for another 2 minutes. That additional 2 minutes was perfect. They came out just right. And this is the final product. I was really surprised by these. I don't know why. Like I said, I prepare a lot of Brittany's recipes and they always turn out amazing, but the oat flour, I wasn't sure how that was going to go. But definitely give these a try if you're interested, and please follow and subscribe if you'd like to see more.